All right, you guys, here's some stuff on your test. Different numbers, of course, but these are 5 questions that are going to be on your test. First, we're going to go through the 45, 45, 90 special right triangles. In general, x represents some number, so whatever one of your legs is, remember the legs are across from the 45-degree angles, the hypotenuse is always radical 2 times the leg. So here's the length of the leg, radical 2 times it. So here's a problem. If you're given one of the legs, sometimes these angles are just marked as congruent. They don't say 45, but then you know that they're both 45 if they're congruent to each other, and this is 90. So if I'm given one leg, the other, which I am right here, is 5. The other leg is automatically 5. The hypotenuse is always radical 2 times that length. So all you have to do is say 5 times radical 2. That's it. You're done. You just got 2 points on this problem. Okay, the other way, the only other question I can ask in a 45, 45, 90 triangle is if I give you the hypotenuse. Now, to get the hypotenuse, like we did right here, we took a leg and we multiplied the leg by radical 2. So if I'm going to go the other way and I'm given the hypotenuse, I'm going to do hypotenuse divided by radical 2. So the leg is 8 divided by radical 2, which we then have to rationalize, which means get rid of the square root from the bottom. That's where you multiply by square root of 2 over square root of 2, giving us 8 square root of 2 over 2. Then you always look at the numbers that come before the numbers outside of the radical to see if those can be reduced. In this case, they can. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, so you get 4 radical 2. That means our other leg is automatically 4 radical 2 because the legs are equal in a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Okay? You could always check your answer if you wanted by, remember, to get from a leg to the hypotenuse, you multiply by radical 2. So we could do 4 radical 2 times radical 2. This is just a check. You wouldn't necessarily have to do this. I'm just showing you. Radical 2 times radical 2 is 2. So you get 4 times 2, which is in fact 8. So now you can see if we did radical 2 times our leg, we get the hypotenuse like we're supposed to. That's it for 45, 45, 90. 30, 60, 90, I can ask in 3 ways. I can either give you the short leg, I can give you the hypotenuse, or I can give you the long leg. Being given the long leg is the hardest, so we're going to do it last. If you're given the short leg, now in a 30, 60, 90 triangle, the short leg is across from the 30-degree angle. The hypotenuse is always double it. You just double the short leg, and that's the value of your hypotenuse. The long leg is always radical 3 times the short leg. So given the short leg is the easiest form because you double it for the hypotenuse, so you get 20, and you take your short leg and multiply by radical 3. So 10 radical 3. That's it. Done. 2 points. If you're given the hypotenuse, I'm actually going to change this number, make it a little easier. Make it an even number. Because the short leg is half of the hypotenuse. Because the hypotenuse is double the short leg. So just here we went short leg and doubled it to get the hypotenuse. So to go backwards, we're going to take the hypotenuse, cut it in half to give us our short leg. Remember, short leg is across from a 30-degree angle. Pay attention to the labels. This could be the 30-degree angle. It's just not the way I've labeled it. So our short leg is 8, half of the hypotenuse. Long leg, again, is radical 3 times the short leg. So 8 times radical 3. That's all you have to do. Those are the easier versions. The harder version is when you're given the long leg. And that is because to get the short leg, normally to get the long leg, you multiply the short leg by radical 3. So we did short leg right here times radical 3. So to go the other way, we had to do long leg divided by radical 3 to get the short leg. So it's 17 divided by radical 3. Again, in this case, we have to multiply by radical 3 over radical 3, and you get 17 radical 3 over 3. The square roots cancel right here when you multiply them together. Check these two numbers only, 17 and 3, see if they can be reduced. They can't, unlike here where we did reduce them, remember? Okay, those cannot be reduced. So our long leg is 17 radical 3 our short leg is 17 radical 3 over 3. And then, to get your hypotenuse, though, that's just always double. Remember, double your short leg. Double your short leg. Or in general, if the short leg is x, you do 2 times x. So all you have to do is double this. To double this might look complex, but it's not. All you have to do is you just double this number right here. That's how that works mathematically. So you get 34 radical 3 over 3, and that's how you double it. That is 5 questions on your test. That is 10 points out of a total of 33 points. Okay? So get these right, and you automatically get 10 out of 33.